This is a simple example of Microsoft Excel's VLOOKUP or vertical lookup function. The idea behind vertical lookup is to take a number index here, look it up in this table, and replace these fields with the information from the table. So first we need some information in the table. We will enter that right here. Okay, so now I have entered this information. You will note that the numbers are in ascending order. I will explain that later. First of all, I'm going to enter one of these numbers just to have it as a place. Now here is where I'm going to enter the formula for the VLOOKUP. It goes like this, equals VLOOKUP, and you will note that now the lookup value is what's being asked for. So this right here is the value that I'm going to be trying to find in the table. Now I do a comma. Notice it's looking for table array, which is the table itself. So I can highlight this entire table, do another comma. Now it's looking for the index within the table. In this case, I want the second entry, so I do a 2. Now I do a comma. Now range lookup, it's going to ask me if I want an exact match or not. If I do a 0, I will get an exact match. I will explain the difference later. So you'll note now that the 23 came up with the Cooper from the table. Now in order to fill out the rest of this, I need to make sure that as I copy, this table does not move relative. So I'll come up to the formula bar and I want to pin down the values here. In this case the A, which is the column for the number, and then I want to pin down all the values for the table array itself. Okay, now when I copy this over to here, you will note that it is still getting the same column index. So what I want to do is go over and change this to a 3. Now I get Sam Cooper, which is the value for that. If I highlight these, now I can copy them down, and now I have the entire array, so I can fill in information from the array. I can do another one. I can duplicate those, that's fine. So now you can see that these numbers are filling in this from this array. So now you will note that as I set this up, I set it for an exact match. Let's see what happens if I delete these and then I enter a number that is not in the list. For example, 6. Notice it still says not available because there is not a 6 in this table. If, however, I had come over here to the column and I had put a 1 in there, you will note now that it is not getting an exact match. This 6, what it does is it looks and it finds the next lower number that matches that. So I get Smith for a 6. That's the difference between an exact match and not exact. As you might have guessed, things are a little bit different when you're looking up a text value rather than a number. We will look at that in a different video.